You're tuned in to the Vintage House Show, home to the original stories of the history of house music as told by the legends, pioneers, and icons. Hosted by Kevin Mega McFall, Lori Branch, and Lauren Lowry.
I like men, I like women. It's all good to me.
Oh, man. So it's your main man, Mega. I'm here with Maurice at the dedication of 206 South Jefferson. And, of course, Maurice was here partying hard back in the day. Tell us about your experience and when you first came to discover the warehouse.
You know, it's kind of interesting. For your listeners or people that will be catching this interview, this is how the music sounded inside and outside, just like it is now. So it's a very, very unique experience for me to be here, to see this here. It's one of the most unique spaces that I've ever been in life. And I done seen a lot of spaces come and go.
What made it so unique?
Well, one reason was that it was the sound system. I would definitely say that was a major draw, but just it was a beautiful space for the black and brown queer people to come. It was invited to the whole city, but there was nothing in the city like this space. And you can't beat a place that opened up at midnight and went till noon the next day.
Of course, in Chicago, there aren't really a lot of those places that one could document in history. How did you discover the warehouse?
Oh, a dear friend brought me to Frankie and Robert, to the owners. They were friends of theirs. His name was Ron Hardy. He used to be at a club that was in Old Town called the Den One. And after the Den One closed one evening, we came down here in '77.
So what part of Chicago were you from that you had to travel?
I'm a West Side brother, straight up. Make no mistake, make no error.
West Side?
West Side! God damn it.
So
Lawndale!
What do you think about the ramification of this building being dedicated as a landmark?
I think it should be. Music that was being played here by Frankie Knuckles was being played on the Eastern Seaboard also. But he brought it here. Frankie was my dearest friend. As a matter of fact, Frankie was a dear friend of mine. I was his assistant. And we traveled the whole world, so I've seen this manifest in my lifetime on a global level, which is a very beautiful thing.
So talk a little bit about what it was like being Frankie's assistant.
One of the most beautiful angels that I have ever met in my life. A wonderful man. Give the shirt off his back to you. As for my relationship with him, I just wasn't his assistant, I was his friend. And being as a friend, he just really, as a matter of fact, he was my mentor. So once I became of a real age, he cuffed me and said, well, now I'm getting ready to take you on the world.
Last question, how are you helping to keep Frankie's legacy and memory alive?
Well, Frankie's legacy will always be in my heart. And when I have an opportunity, I share that history with people. And that's what I can do. My oldest friends was Ron Hardy, Frankie Knuckles, and Robert Williams. And all I got left now is Robert Williams.
Well, you've definitely been in good company. Thank you for taking time to talk to the Vintage House crew about your experience, and long live Frankie Knuckles always.
It was my honor. Thank you. A pleasure. God bless and God keep you.
I think this is a wonderful thing, and I wish that it would have been done a long time ago, but I'm thankful that we're able to celebrate mine and everyone's friend, Frankie Knuckles. I'm glad it's finally come to fruition. So yeah. I remember being a little nervous because obviously it was my first time. But once I got inside, the nervousness kind of settled a little bit. And then once I started listening to the music, it was a wonderful thing after that. So, yeah. So. Kurt Townsend.
I had them rabbit ears going, boy. You didn't even know it. Unbelief. You know, probably back then, when I first started coming, like in '78, you had never seen going to a place watching guys dance with guys, you know, and the unbelief of what they were doing and how it was going. So that was my first encounter. And many a days, my greatest times were sitting outside in my car in front, people watching. There's
Same here.
that you could see of what was going on. I mean, because coming from an environment of high school at that point, and we were chasing girls. And, you know, so to sit and watch some of the things happen, you know, was just unbelievable.
I know that standing outside of the club, once I did that, there's a kind of a question about what's going on inside. And then when I finally got inside, I saw what everybody was attracted to. And it was Frankie, the music that he played, the selection that he played, and how he played it with the Richard Long sound system. So it was a wonderful thing. And I thank God that I was able to experience Frankie Knuckles. So.
You know, another thing is, Kevin, you remember how hot it was in there? It was hot in there.
Yeah.
It was so small. And a good night, you get 250 people in there. So it would always be, well, not originally, but then it grew and grew, and it would be packed. And people were coming in and out in waves. So there people be there from like 3 in the morning to like 6 a.m. People would come at 6 a.m. to like 9 o'clock and go have breakfast.
And the only reason really that you could tell what time it was is that you could start to see the sunlight coming in through the cracks in the black painted windows. It was a wonderful time. Yes. Yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you.
Hey, it's your main man, Mega. I'm here on Jefferson, just outside of 206 South, the most famous address today of the warehouse. And I'm with Anita, who spent time here doing what?
Dancing, singing, even though I couldn't sing, and just enjoying the people and the energy of the venue.
So how did you discover the warehouse?
So I used to go to the Happy Medium in Dingbats, and it was two guys that used to come to the warehouse, go buy the records that Frankie played and bring them for the DJs to play at the Happy Medium. And so one of my friends was like, that's music from the warehouse. We got to go down there, because she was a Kenwood Academy student and was coming in under the radar because she wasn't old enough.
Where'd you go to high school?
I went to Lindblom, but yes, and I was a few years older than her. But anyway, so one Saturday we decided we're going. So we came down here, we go in the door, it's a long line, we are down here on the street side, and I'm looking at all these stairs like, oh my God, I gotta climb all those stairs to even pay to get in. But you could hear the music and you could feel the music, because the sound system was like beating your heart for you, right? So we get in, so you come in and then you have to go down a bunch of stairs to get to the dance area. So I'm like looking, and it was pitch black, because Frankie would adjust the lighting. So he turned it on, he turned it off. I'm like, how am I going to even see where I am? And it's pitch black. But the music drove me into the venue, and it was like every song I heard just took me to another level. And I was just telling her, the music is my life. When I first heard Frankie play that, literally tears came to my eyes, because it took over my whole spirit. It was deep into me. And I tell people, since then, if you didn't get to experience the actual 206, you missed out, because it was just a lot going on. But the energy, you never felt like you'd have to be afraid of a fight or guns or knives. Everybody, if you bumped somebody while you dancing, they were like, cool, because everybody was there for the same thing. They wanted to feel the music, and they loved the energy and the people that were there.
So what do you think is the importance of dedicating this building as a landmark?
Well, I just feel that a lot of people passed through here and they were touched the same way I was. It was different from anywhere else you went, the clubs on the south side, the Happy Medium and Dingbats downtown. It was the sound system, the people that were there, and the music and the way that Frankie played the music, the way he manipulated the song.
3 words to describe Frankie Knuckles.
He was revolutionary. He was imaginative, and he was energetic.
I love it. We are here with Anita. Thank you for sharing your perspective and very detailed description of the warehouse experience.
Well, you're welcome, and thank you for giving me an opportunity to just express how much that place moved me and helped to grow me and open my eyes to just love all people and not just be looking at what I'm used to. Thank you so much.
Give me your first and last name.
Marie Williams.
Marie, you're here at the dedication of the warehouse with your main man, Mega, from the Vintage House Show. Why are you here today?
I started here. I remember when the lights came on, somebody's mother was here to pick them up because they ain't had no business in there. I remember when we left this party, we would go to the show and wash up and walk all the way to Belmont Rocks jacking. I come from the days.
What part of Chicago are you from?
I'm from 39th.
39th?
Yes.
They used to call it the low end, but now it's beautiful Bronzeville.
Yeah, it's still the low end. It'll always be that.
Talk about how you mobilized throughout the city from Belmont Rocks to 206 South Jefferson.
It was a crew of us. We all hung together, and we lived for this. This was our life.
Did you drive, bus, train?
Bus, train, however we could get here. It's true. A DJ did save our life.
Wow, talk about what that really means. We know it's a great record, but
it means that when you go in there and you were dancing and that music would roll up your spine and you would be on your knees crying because you never experienced anything like that. It was the control he had with that music. I've never heard it nowhere else. These people are trying, but they ain't got it. I'm sorry.
So we're listening to Craig Loftus in the background with Lori Branch coming up behind him. They were here and experienced it, and they're trying to recreate it, but you're saying what's missing?
You know what? It's all good. They playing tag, you it. Frankie didn't play tag. Frankie played 12 hours. Ronnie didn't play tag. Ronnie played 12 hours, and he beat that box.
I love that expression. Do you have a song that was special to you when you came to the warehouse?
It ain't no big thing that you're leaving.
I love it. I love it. So the dedication of this building, why do you think it's important for it to be recognized as a landmark?
This place kept a lot of us together. We had unity. There's no unity today. This place had unity. And Robert made sure you were okay. Yes.
Marie, thank you so much for spending time talking to us at Vintage House Show. May the music live on in your heart.
Okay, yes, honey. I wouldn't miss this. All right.
I'm Jerome King.
Thank you, Jerome.
Tim Anderson.
Tim Anderson, thank you.
William Perrant.
William Perrant.
Yeah.
Kevin Mega McFall here with these 3 gentlemen who patronized 206 South Jefferson. I can only imagine how much you patronized it, but I need you to tell our viewers what it consisted of. Were you here every week, monthly? What was that?
Every week. We were here every week faithfully, like a job. It was like a job, but it was joyful, just joyful.
Open to close. Every week, yes.
So that was 12 hours.
Yes, yes.
For the marathon, the 24, 48-hour marathon. I even left my prom date to come here.
Bishop derived from that, from the warehouse.
So how did you discover the warehouse?
I was brought down by an older female on my block. That's how
My good friend, my best friend now, CC, she brought me down here. That's how I found out. And we started coming when we were like, I ain't gonna say how old we were, but.
I met Frankie when I was living in New York. That's what I did. I was seeing him when he came here.
Are you a Chicagoan or native New York?
I'm Chicago. Yeah.
You lived in New York?
I lived in New York for 6 months, and that's when I met Frankie.
Okay, and where'd you club in New York?
Just everywhere. Studio 54, everywhere. Paradise, everywhere. The garage, everywhere. Yeah.
I want to know, was Warehouse your first experience?
And house was, yes. Yes, it was.
What was your first nightclub experience?
it was here. The first was here. That was my first. Yes, the first. I stayed there from the time it opened to the time it closed. I don't mean 12 to 12 until they closed in the late 80s.
Yeah, we had fake IDs. You had to be 18 to get in. So we had fake IDs. We was only about 16 years old and things.
The statute of limitations is over, so
yeah.
you're good now.
But there's everybody. We party. We party.
So talk about what the dedication of this building means to you.
To me, it's joy. It brings a lot of joy. It brings back a lot of memories. It just fills me with happiness. It just fills me with happiness.
A lot of friendships came out of this building. I just wish Frankie Knuckles was here to see this because it's so momentous.
There's a lot of memory and it's a historical landmark.
So we hear music that was playing in the background. Lolita Holloway, Runaway. What was one of your favorite records that was played by Frankie, if you can remember? If you had a favorite?
Clouds by Shaka Khan. That was my shit. That was my shit. Clouds by Shaka Khan.
What was your favorite? Oh, he's looking it up. You got one?
Like Hit and Run. Hit and Run.
Okay.
Yep,
Oh my God.
I'm going to throw mine in there.
My favorite song by Lolita was just one of my favorite songs that was played.
That was played here. I'm going to say Weekend for me.
Oh, that was mine too. Weekend, that was my shit, yeah.
Donald Byrd, what's Donald Byrd's song?
The Whisper song by Frankie Knuckles. He was playing the Whisper song. That was
Whistle song. Yeah. So what is the legacy that you'll take away from this experience today?
This is gonna feel, it's just filling my heart. That's my legacy I can take away. It's filling my heart to see everybody that I saw back in the day when I was young. I'm 63 years old right now. And to see everybody, I don't know everybody's name, but I remember faces. And it fills me up. It fills me up.
That's powerful. What about you?
We just keep living on for the kids that's not here. We just live out the legacy for them. Keep living.
That's powerful as well. Yeah. What is your legacy that you'll take away from?
Oh my God, the appreciation for house music, the appreciation for disco. Like I said, my friendships are forever. We're still friends, the people that I met here. So my friendship is the legacy that I will take from this place.
Let me give you my point. My name is Michael O'Connor. That's the first thing you need to know. I started coming, I was a U.S. studio member. I don't have mine, but yeah. I started going when it was 1975 on 14th in Michigan. The fire department, Chicago Fire Department, let it burn down. And it was Ziggy and Robert that brought it over here. This was a safe place for black LGBTQ people. This was a safe place for persons who wanted to listen to music and dance together. The very first black man that I got a chance to dance with was Patti LaBelle, Moon Shadow. It was at the warehouse. And all of them
I asked these gentlemen about what the legacy of Frankie Knuckles means to them. What does it mean to you?
Frankie Knuckles was a symbol of how black gay men don't get the credit that they're supposed to have worldwide, like James Baldwin, like the guy that did the March on Washington. I I mean, Baynard Rustin. It's a lot of us who have contributed to world situations within our community, black folks.
And why was the warehouse, this is for all of you, why was it such a safe and inviting space for you?
Why?
It kept us off the street. I mean, we were here from 12 to 12, just dancing. I mean, it's so different now because, like I said, it was safe. No, people came to party, and it was amazing.
Yeah, you just got lost in the music while you was here, so that's why I would say that the music that stuck you away.
I could sissy there without being called a sissy. Up in there. I could dance. I don't know anywhere else in 1975 where gay men could dance with each other. And if you can look it up, let me know. Not in Chicago. And quite frankly, a lot of people don't know Frankie DJ'd at a place called Continental Baths in New York. And then he came here. Ziggy and Robert and them brought him here.
We have a lot of history. Gentlemen, it was a pleasure to talk to each of you and to share your experiences with the Vintage House Show. We wish you much love and safety and continued enjoyment of this music.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. How are you? I'm Kevin,
good.
by the way.
I'm Elisa.
Elisa?
Yes.
Good to meet you.
My pleasure.
Hey, it's your main man, Mega. I'm here once again with Elisa here at the dedication of the historic warehouse. And Elisa, of course, spent many nights here partying. Tell us about those. It's loud, but...
All right. So I was introduced to the warehouse by many of my friends, Alan Danzy, Andre Hatchett, Kenneth Dixon, and they finally convinced me and my sister, Sharice, to come down here November of 1982. And I think we caught like the last 15 to 18 months of the warehouse.
Yeah.
And it was at its prime. It was in its, I mean, it was a very much spiritual church. It was our religion. It was.
What was, if you don't mind me asking, where were you in your life's journey? Like high school, college?
I was a new mother. I had a 15, 18-month-old son when I came here, and I grew so much in that time. I mean, those next few years, I grew so much from being exposed to this and that.
All right, so that is magical because, interestingly, this building gave life to a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
You talked about it being a spiritual thing. Elaborate on it.
Well, I mean, in truth, when you first started coming, you were very intimidated because you were young and your mind was free but open. And we had subscribed to a certain way of thinking, which was our parents primarily. Coming here liberated all of us in a way that we could not have written in our diaries as a wish or a dream. Trust me, if you were here, you truly understand what I'm saying.
I do. I personally have an experience similar.
The building is vibrating, literally.
And coming here in the fall of 81 for me. So talk about why the dedication of this building is so important.
Because it was such an impactful time for all the young people that came here, black, white, gay, straight, Jew, Christian, curious, combo, and everything moving forward in the human species. It transformed all of us. All of us. It transformed all of us.
Give me 3 words to talk about Frankie Knuckles and his meaning to you.
We are his children. That was 4 words.
All right. And how are you helping to keep Frankie Knuckles' legacy alive?
I am a true believer in house music as a way of life, and it has never led me to the wrong space, ever. And it continues to keep me inspired and comforted and loved and healed and moving towards wholeness.
Thank you, Lisa, for taking the time to talk to the Vintage
And
House
thank
Show.
you to Vintage House Music Series podcast team, family. It's all love.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Mega. Hey, it's your main man, Mega. I'm here with Jeff Murray, another stalwart patron of the Warehouse nightclub. Tell us how you came to know this space.
Spring break, 79, from Jackson State. My cousin and his best friend brought me down here. Didn't know how to dress. I had on big old platforms and elephant bells. And I stayed up against the wall the whole first time, but then after that, that's all she wrote. We get down here 12 midnight, party all the way till Sunday, 12 noon.
You talked about being slightly intimidated. Was it the sound system? Was it the people? Was it what?
First time at a party like that.
Had you been at other clubs in the Chicago area?
Huh?
Prior to coming to the Warehouse, had you been in other clubs in the Chicago area?
Yeah, wasn't nothing like this. Nothing.
Talk about what made it so unique and special.
From starting at 12 midnight, and you get on that dance floor. This was before phones, cameras, and all that. Everybody was on the floor dancing. If you wasn't dancing, you was either upstairs or downstairs. But everybody on the floor, on the dance floor, they danced, and everybody got along.
So one of the things I've been looking for while we're out here at the dedication is whether or not there were people who actually had the U.S. Club membership cards. Did you have one?
I did have one.
You did?
But I don't know what I did with it.
Okay.
Because I kept looking for it, but I can't find what I did with it.
Do you remember how much membership was?
I think it was $5 back then.
And talk about the music that was played. We hear some of it in the background.
The music, Frankie had you going from the beginning till the end.
Non-stop.
You couldn't get off the dance floor. It was like non-stop.
Jerry, I appreciate that you're here. Why was it important for you to come to the dedication of the Warehouse?
Because I was here. I was here for it from the beginning. So I'm one of the ones that still left around out of that era.
So how do you keep the legacy of Frankie Knuckles alive and well?
I still party. Getting ready to hit 65 next year, but I don't look it, I don't feel it.
No,
so
you had me fooled for 55, man.
Yeah. So I keep going.
Well, thank you for taking time to stop and talk to the Vintage House Show. And Frankie Knuckles always.
Yes.
And thank you for being here at the dedication of the Warehouse.
I'm ready.
All right.
Thanks for listening to the Vintage House Show podcast. Please subscribe and share, and check us out live, WNUR 89.3 FM, Wednesdays at 10 o'clock.